to your favorite news network, the Dusty News Network. You know, where Negro news comes first, and I'm so excited to be your host today. Bring your news. Growing up as a kid, I had fun. As you know, I'm from Sacramento, California. Del Paso Heights to be exact. That's right, north side of Sacramento. Gunshots! But stop the show. My dad was on drugs, man. And sometimes he would be whooping a Negro butt and all that. Man, I didn't have time to be dealing with him. And he used to watch the Raiders all the time. He's a Raiders fan. You know, I'm a Niners fan, man. I don't want to be there with his ass. So I ran away. Too bad I didn't go that far. I only got as far as Grant West, which is damn near like 500 meters away. When I got home, I never ran nowhere else. And I took my ass in the room and went to sleep. But stop the show. Kids is a little different these days. Like when you used to run away from home, you would come back home and your parents would talk. After whooping your ass, everything would be all right. But again, this is 2024. This young man ran away from home. His name is Tyron Giles. Give him a round of applause. He looks like an upstanding Christian young man. Right. He was missing in Columbus, Georgia. His beautiful grandmother was trying to find him because he didn't want to come back home. But somebody found him because he responded to the fact that he was missing. How did he respond to it? Through a diss track. I know you don't believe me. Here you go.
I just been chilling, living like happy. Or not missing, let you know. On God, this talking about that I'm missing. I ain't missing, I'm just standing on being. You talking about you gon' get me. Look, you just tripping. Don't forget on your grandson, don't make me come through with those on God. A lot to the whole net. Talking about I'm missing, I ain't missing, I'm just living my best. I don't wanna come back home to granny, she know what up next. She keep on talking, I send a check. And I'ma keep on this. And I'ma keep on this. Keep on this.
Jigga, really? That's so dusty. Boy, how is you out here making diss tracks about shooting your own grandma? Unless your grandma was a member of the Crips, and I don't think they got the Crips in Columbus, Georgia, or nothing like that. Like, why do you hate your grandma so much, bro? Again, I don't know what y'all relationship is, but for you to make a diss track, talking about you gonna put some bullets in her chest? Bruh, where's the respect? I have no idea. I'm telling you, like, I'm living over here in Africa, right? People have their challenges here. You know, people not rich and everything like that a lot. But one thing I can tell you, they have a lot of respect for their elders. You know, you can walk across the street and you can see like 4 young men coming towards you and you don't get scared. Shout out to my boy Afro Think Tank. He says the same thing about Nigeria being over there. But if I'm in DC, I see 4, 15, 16-year-olds coming towards me. I can't run no more. I gotta get to scrapping. You know, this is what happens when you don't have a lot of the men in the homes. You don't have a lot of the older guys there to help these kids. It comes a time where, you know, a woman can't handle a 14-year-old boy, a 15-year-old boy, a 16-year-old boy. You can't do nothing with him like that, 17-year-old, 18 years old. Then they get disrespectful and all of that. And one of the reasons why they do that is because they may have seen it coming up, or they just ain't got no sense. This young man, somebody needs to talk to him. He's going to be a risk. I was looking at some of the commentary. Shout out to North Carolina Beat. And somebody said that they're an actual relative of the guy and that the grandmother has done all she could for this young man. And that, you know, it's just up in God's hands for now. I hope the young brother can get it together, man. Don't talk to your grandma like that, bro. If somebody knows this young man, let them see this video, man. Don't talk to your grandma like that, bro. Don't ever do that, man. You know, I made a lot of mistakes in my life when I was a young man, things I wish I could take back. Don't you ever disrespect your grandmother, man. Don't ever do that. Don't disrespect your mother, man. Don't disrespect your father, man. Okay? You need to learn that, because one day you're going to be somebody's daddy. You're going to be somebody's uncle, man. And you would never want nobody to talk to you like that. Next story. I'm from the state of California, and we have something called the DMV. And what the DMV says, quite frankly, on their brochures when I was coming up, driving is not a right. It is a privilege. And that's true, because damn, when you ain't got no car and you walking around that Sacramento heat, you start getting dark like me, all right? But Brother Corey Harris thought that driving was a right. Remember, he pulled up to Zoom court like this?
Stated.
They were supposed to have been lifted it two years ago, but they didn't.
And according to the Saginaw County court records we found, Harris is right. In January 2022, a judge rescinded that suspension on his license, but for some reason that information never got to the Secretary of State, where even as of today, his license is still listed as suspended.
Yeah, we all saw it, and then he tried to lie and said he had a license. He had this, that his license shouldn't be suspended. Now, this nigga is driving to court in a car with no license, right? But he started giving excuses like this.
It's very embarrassing. And with the type of ties that I have with the church and the community, it's very embarrassing. Always double check behind these workers, because they will say that they will do something and they don't do it.
Now remember, the judge started giving them that work.
I am not.
There was no error by anybody. It was a failure on the part of Mr. Harris to do certain things. Now, I grant you that sometimes that can be a complicated process, but it was certainly not anybody's fault that that didn't happen, other than that wasn't paid.
Then came the unexpected.
He has a warrant for his arrest.
Corey Harris was taken into custody for what appears to be a 9-year-old bench warrant out of Allen Park.
So was I shocked? Absolutely. Did I want my client to walk in, then get escorted to the back? Absolutely not. That was not the plan.
The shocking thing about it, for a driving while license suspended, that he didn't take care of.
It should be something that a lesson for all of us. Handle your business. At the end of the day, handle your business.
In Ann Arbor, Kimberly Craig, 7 News, Detroit.
Okay. And so now his lying ass, remember he was lying, talking about they doing him wrong, you can't trust him. His ass was lying, right? Check this out. This fool went and took a permit test. Look at him now. First of all, bro, you got them flip-flops on. You gonna mess around and hurt yourself trying to jump up and down. You done took a permit test. You done had everybody in Black America rooting for your musty ass. That's crazy, bro. And then you gonna go on there and try to do a little dusty, little shimmy at the end and all of that. When you was lying on these people, man. And you like 75 years old, finally getting a permit. Like, how have you been getting around your whole life? Like, you say you married, right? Do you have a job? Do you have an income? How did you get to work? Like, you never had no driver's license. So did you ever have an apartment? Did you ever have a car? I mean, you probably had your wife's car. Did you like what kind of man are you, bro? Then you sit up there and you lie. You got them dusty little shower shoes on, so I know you're not really hitting on nothing, bro. You're an embarrassment, bro. It's gonna be real. You shouldn't even post about you getting the permit after you don't lie like that, man. That's so dusty. Guys, you know I love the Lord. And unfortunately, it seems like we keep having problems with these preachers out here. But sometimes we have good preachers out there in the world. Sometimes. Maybe it's this guy. I know I don't have that many white people on my show, but this one is special because he's in North Carolina and he really loves the Lord a lot. So much so, he's doing this. Praise the Lord, everybody. That's right. 38-year-old pastor Clyde David Haywood has been arrested from pocketing funds from his own church. Well, how is he doing it? Because investigators have discovered that Haywood was using Cash App to allegedly embezzle money from the church's account. Now, the cops got all these warrants for financial and bank records, video evidence, and testimonies, and they have built a case around this tattooed Hawaii 5-0 shirt wearing preacher. Now, again, once this story was put out, some of his members went over to North Carolina Beat, which is where I got the story, and the person that owns it, Gerald, says, why the fake church folks mad at us? Because their pastor got caught with his hand in the offering basket. Then this same church says this: we want to take this time to make an official statement concerning the accusations against Pastor Clyde Haywood. We want to state that we are fully aware of every aspect of this case. Though we cannot disclose any information at this time, we know the facts and truth of this situation and that those allegations are false. Woo! Boy, people love a pastor. We will continue to do what we have always done and back Pastor Clyde and his family. The situation is unfortunate. Many are angry, many have questions, all of which we recognize as valid. But it is at this time that we feel it best to simply show our love and support. Basically, we gonna hide the fact that he been stealing from y'all. The heart of Radical Praise Ministry is that we love God and love people, and y'all love people that steal, obviously, right? The mission of RPM is to share the love of God throughout the city, and that won't change. Yes, let's love people while y'all pastors stealing y'all offering money. Thank you to those who have been by our side in love and prayer throughout this difficult situation. That's why a part of his church is called Radical Ministries, because he's doing some radical shit. Now, what's his name? Clyde David Haywood. Bring him back up here in the back. Now, you see he's preaching in that good Hawaii 5-0 shirt. Now, you know, like I said, I like them Hawaiian shirts, especially when I'm on the way to see y'all's moms at the nighttime, because I look real good in them. But you're preaching in that, dog. So that lets me know that you're really not serious about the ministry. You're out there trying to clap cheeks and trying to do shady stuff. Now, then what was funny is a lot of his members was trying to come for the brother on the North Carolina Beat when this story came out. And they was mad because the story got exposed. How in the hell are you mad the story got exposed when your pastor ain't about shit? This ain't just happening in the black community. Y'all see white folks is doing the same stuff too. But you know what I gotta say about that? That's just dusty, man. So guys, we got some really good contestants today. We got the young dude making a diss track about his grandma talking about he gonna shoot her. We got Mr. Corey Harris, who finally got his permit after all them years of lying. Then you got the dude, the pastor, with the Cash App thing, right? He's stealing from his own ministry. Jeopardy music! Drum roll, please! So before I tell you, and I'll let you know, if he was an adult, I would have made it the first guy. But he's only 15, so I can't really make it him. Hopefully, he'll grow to an adult. Now it's down to these two clowns back in the back of me. Corey Harris, Mr. Sandalware, who's a extreme liar, and then the pastor, who's a goddamn thief. Now, these two contestants left. I gotta go and break down some things. Don't worry, I'm not gonna be biased. I'm not racist or anything like that. But the white guy, I told you I wasn't racist. I'm real fair. The reason why I'm gonna pick him, Mr. Clyde David Haywood, is he's the goddamn pastor. You're a pastor stealing money from your own church on Cash App as if with nobody going to know. What kind of, and where you, stop the show. Where you get them Hawaii shirts at, bro? Because where you going, you ain't gonna need them no way. I might as well buy them. Shout out to my favorite brand out there, Tommy Bahama. They got some of the best Hawaii shirts out there. You know what I'm saying? I like them tropical shirts. your boy looked real good in them. So I love Tommy Bahama. If you ever want to buy me something nice, give me some Tommy Bahama. But let's get back to this clown here in the back. You gonna steal money from your own church talking about radical ministries? Your ass gonna be radical in prison, bruh. Cause this is what's gonna happen to you. You hear that? Faster. Faster. That's gonna be you. And there were Big Pookie in there. I bet you ain't gonna like that. Throw that dust on him. It's over for him. So guys, I gotta go. It's been my time. It's been real. Dusty news. Hey, listen, we got a hit, man. Thank you guys for supporting. Shout out to the editing team. You know, Dima been knocking them out. I got Brimian knocking them out. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes SPK knocking them out. So thank you guys for bringing this. It's hard work to produce this show every day. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of content preparation going on for this. I got to get my black ass up out here and do all this. This is a good show. So thank you for supporting me also on Facebook.com/O'Shea Jackson 2. I think that's the name. And you will follow me there. Then give me stories there. Tag me there. A lot of good stuff is on Facebook. Guys, I really appreciate you for all that you do. We're out.